Okay, guys, you're going to learn how to work my arm with me. As you know, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm bad at all this, so you're all learning with me. You're not upside down, this is upside down. It's this little light of mine by Diamond Art Club. And I have to get it done so that I can do my April project. I will tell you that I don't have a microphone. So you may hear dogs, you may hear cars. If it starts raining, you hear raining on the roof. It's part of living in the country. I hope you stay in focus. I hope you can hear me. I hope I don't go out of focus. I don't know. You can all just learn with me and tell me how bad I am in the comments. But I want to do this one, but it's kind of hard to do this one. And if you have lupus or chronic illness, this one will be for you. If you don't, it may not be for you. I don't know. I'm just going to talk about real life because I don't know what else to do. I think I just picked up the wrong number. Yep, sure did. Place that one wrong. Put that over here. Oh well, we'll do some of these. March 5th, 2014. I had just spent a week and a half in the hospital. Some of you have read the things or read the comments and know that I have lupus. Lupus is an autoimmune disease, so you will hear about lupus. On that day, I was supposed to have my last test and go home. Kidney biopsy. Cool, I want to go home. I've been here a week and a half. Want to go home. So they wouldn't let me eat all day long. And I was hangry. Because y'all know a fat girl gotta eat. So they finally, late, took me down for the test. In a wheelchair. And a couple days before, they had given me an antifungal medicine. And when they gave it to me, I had told the nurse, this hurts and something's not right, and I was screaming in pain, and about 20 minutes later, it got better, but not like right. So they were like, oh, that's no big deal, that happens. And that pain was like somebody was taking a knife and putting it across my guts. So about 2 days later, I had this kidney biopsy, supposedly. But they had to do a CAT scan before. So they laid me down in the machine and they're like, can you lay flat? And I'm like, no, it hurts. My stomach hurts. So of course they had me lay flat in a machine and didn't really care that it was excruciating. And as fast as I went in that CAT scan machine, I came back out. And they came in and said, did they bring you down in your bed? And I'm like, no, they brought me down in a wheelchair. And I can see the radiologist just kind of looking at me, and they had sent for my chart. They were looking at my chart, looking at me, looking at the chart, looking at me, and I'm like, do I have 3 heads? What's going on? They brought my bed down. And took me back upstairs in my bed. And then they were blah, 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 and they were like, we're going to have the doctor come talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, am I going to eat? No, you can't eat. And I'm like, what's going on? And they finally came in, the doctor that does rounds, not my surgeon, came in and I was like, I haven't ate all day. I'm shaky. I want to eat. And he's like, have they not told you what was going on? And he was from Africa, and so he had a real heavy accent. And I'm like, no. He's like, you're going to have emergency surgery. And I'm like, for what? You have a hole in your bowel. So does that mean I'm not getting my cheeseburger? Because it's cheeseburger day. So anyway, my son, who was sitting there, my 24-year-old son, had to call his dad that day and tell his dad, who had went to work because I was just having a biopsy and gonna go home, and he'd already missed like a week and a half, 2 weeks of work. He had to call his dad and say, Mom's getting rushed into surgery, and they said she probably is not gonna make it out of surgery. And I'm sure my husband was like, what the hell do you mean she's not gonna make it out of surgery? So, went into surgery. While I was in surgery, they told my family I would not make it out. I had very little chance of survival with everything my body had been put through. They didn't think I'd make it. And my poor husband was in a corner by himself, just bawling and praying to God for me. And we weren't even religious at the time. Please, God, please, God, please don't take her. I've been with her since I was 19 years old. Please don't take her. And nobody went to comfort him. Nobody. My entire family was there, my mom and everybody. Nobody comforted him. So, the next thing I know, I'm waking up, and the two things I remember from waking up is my husband bawling and my sister telling everybody, go get him, go get him, go get him. And my kids saying, no, just leave him alone. Because he knew if I woke up, I was going to be okay. And the next thing I remember is seeing my dad's face. And there's nothing like seeing the face of a parent who thought his child was dead. Yeah. And we were told on that day, March 5th, 2014, that if I survived this, I only had 5 years. 5 years. Do you know what today is, guys? It's my 6th year. I made it 6 years. And I turned 50 this year. And I'm telling you, if you don't believe in God, I don't know what to tell you. Because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. I am so blessed that God gave me a caring husband who supports me, and 2 kids who will take care of me. One of my sons was a long-haul trucker, and he gave that up. When my other son moved to Georgia, he quit being a long-haul trucker, and he lives on our property, making $300 a week, barely surviving, just so that I have somebody here all the time because his dad works long hours. Those are some pretty good kids, you know? And that day is a lot more traumatic to my family than I'm sure any of you can imagine, unless you've been through it. But I don't recommend ever getting a hole in your bowel, because that surgery is really, really painful. Recovery sucks. I've since had 3 or 4, I don't even know, I've lost count, abdominal surgery, so that always makes them fun. So what else can we talk about? I just wanted you Well, no, it's a big deal today for me and my family. Made it 6 years. It's the first year I didn't get a text from my dad saying, "Another year, you beat it, kid." So that kind of sucked. But what else can we talk about? Something a little happier. Ugh, you guys. Not gonna buy any diamond paintings. And somebody just posted in one of the groups that some of the Hannah Lynns just came back into Diamond Art Club. You guys. I'm not... There's something wrong with me. I went and ordered a painting. I need another freaking painting. Like, I need a hole in my head. And if you don't know, I'm going to be doing Hannah Lynn's April Fairy in April because my 50th birthday is April 19th. And she's an April Fairy, and I wanted to do her. And so I'm really, really excited. And then I have a bootleg. I never said I could talk. The bootleg Hannah Lynn 2, which I emailed Hannah Lynn, and I'm like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know this was your painting, I just thought it was pretty." So I have the Diamond Art Club, and I have the bootleg. So I think I'm going to do both of them, if I can bring myself to do it. Because the bootleg one, that canvas, is in such bad shape, you guys. They were supposed to send me a replacement and didn't. Don't go through nail fee on AliExpress, which I'm not doing any more AliExpress. I'm waiting on my custom now, and I ordered it January 13th. And then they went on holiday, and then they got the coronavirus. And then they said, "Oh, we're back, we mailed it." Well, that was the 27th, and it still says ready for dispatch. And I need it for May. It's my May painting for Lupus. It's just frustrating. Are y'all still in focus? Have I lost you? Are you there? Anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think that kind of sounds like a cool idea. To see what the bootleg and see the difference in colors. And one's poured glue and one's double-sided adhesive. And I will not be doing any more double-sided adhesive. Ugh. There's an extra drill. Yeah. I'm going to be a poured glue snob because it's not worth it to have to throw them away or not be able to work and do all that work on them. And don't think I'm rich and I can buy Diamond Art Clubs. The only way I can do them is I do the afterpay and do the payments. And that's the only way I can do them, is a little bit every 2 weeks, else I wouldn't get them. I ordered... What did I order? Oh, I ordered Sasha and Jet. And my son loves Jack Skellington. I don't know why. And so I got that one for him. And then after I ordered, I found out that Mandy Manzano's All Dogs Go to Heaven came into stock. But now I can't order that because I got the Jack Skellington, and I'm like, ugh. But anyway, what do you do? But, and then it's like 50 degrees here today in Indiana. So my puppy is outside running around like a freaking idiot, chasing cars. I have a long-haired chihuahua, and y'all, he weighs 2 pounds and he thinks he's a pit bull. He chases them cars and them little legs just go. And he's in a fence, so he's not gonna catch them, but... like, whatever makes you happy, pal. Oh, he's gonna be so muddy when he comes in. And then if I ever get the camper cleaned up... yeah. I might take you guys on a tour of it because, yes, I actually do live in the camper. Why? Why not? It actually works out really good for me because of my lupus. It has all the amenities except an oven. And it's small enough that I can handle it. Our other cabin is down our hill. And it's really, really hard for me to walk down the hill and be able to breathe because I only have like a lung and a half. That's another story for another day. Yeah, I don't recommend getting lupus, you guys. It's not fun. And then, if you're like me, you have to get the worst kind of lupus, which I have SLE, which means, my lupus likes to try to kill my organs. It really likes my lungs. So not having great lungs sucks. And then in July, I had to quit my job because I couldn't breathe anymore. So now I'm trying to get disability. So I'm one of those people. I didn't want to. I'd really rather just go back to work, but they say that's not good when you about pass out. And you have trouble walking down the hallway and can't make it to the grocery store. Luckily, when my dad passed away, he left me a really nice wheelchair, but I don't have the thing on my car so that I can take it places. And then, if you use the one at Walmart and you're not a size 2, everybody thinks you're doing it just because you're fat. I'm not fat. Well, I am fat, but I don't do it just because I'm fat. I do it because I can't breathe at Walmart. And if you see somebody coming in one of those carts, don't walk in front of them because they don't stop on a dime. Oh, I don't know how many people's kids I bet ran over. Funny story, y'all. My dad was a prankster. And when I got out of the hospital, I needed a walker. And I wanted one of those walkers that you can sit on. And so he found me one, and I didn't know they had a bigger girl size one. But they do. They have a regular size one. And they have the fat girl one. And my daddy found me a fat girl one on a yard sale site. And he brought it to me, and so I would use that when I go to Walmart so I could try to walk, and then I could sit down if I needed to. And I was complaining to my dad, people just walk out in front of me, they don't even care. They won't stop. I'm like, I need a horn or something. You think we could put a horn on it? Y'all, my next birthday, my dad bought me a bicycle horn and put it on my walker. And I went through Walmart and then people would walk in front of me and not stop and give me dirty looks. I honked my horn at them. Honk, honk, honk. I wanted like the Dixie, the one from Dukes of Hazzard or something, but I just got a bicycle horn. People did not find it amusing. My dad thought it was the funniest thing since sliced bread. If he had taken me to the store or something, he'd walk in front of me and I'd honk and he'd just laugh. My dad had the best laugh. One of them deep. If it was a good laugh, it was deep from his belly and deep. Ugh. He just thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. And then when Scott lost his job, we didn't have insurance, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get my medicine. Well, my dad was the first one. He took his Social Security check, went and bought me a month's worth of medicine. And I remember the pharmacist found us a discount, so it didn't cost as much as it was supposed to. My dad said, when your mom brings you the money for her month, because they were each going to do a month, he said, don't tell her they got you a discount. And I said, well, Dad, they got me a discount. It's not as much as it's going to be. He said, yeah, but she can afford it. She's got Allison money. You can get 2 or 3 months with what she's going to give you. Y'all, that man was so cheap. When he passed away, we found butter bowls of sweet and low he'd stole from restaurants, and there's no telling. We could have furnished a whole campground for as much toilet paper and laundry detergent he had. He was a mess. God, I miss him. You just don't know what you got sometimes till they're gone. My dad was my confidant. My dad had bad lungs. My dad died of COPD. He was the only one that ever understood what it was like for me. When it was cold, we'd message each other. It's cold, don't go out. It's gonna be a bad day, cover you in the mouth. That was a phantom drill. But yeah. I haven't been back to his grave. I just don't want to. I still wake up every day and have to remember. I think it's 6 months this month. He died in September. 6 months on the 12th. I'm almost 50 years old and I miss my daddy like I was a 2-year-old. But I said I was going to make happier talk, and that's not happy, is it? So what are you guys working on? Do you do diamond art clubs? Do you like double sticky tape? What do you want me to ramble about? I know there's not very many of you, and I know my videos suck, but I'll get better. I'm gonna bug my son who's working on his master's degree, not that I'm a proud mama or anything, see if he will help me with editing, because I don't get it, y'all. Plus, we don't have internet. There's not really internet out here in the boondocks. We don't live in town. We don't have internet. We don't have cable. It's not that we couldn't get it if we could afford it. They don't have it here. We had dial-up for a while, but I don't want to keep paying like $90 for dial-up. So now everything is mobile data. And that works out well. I'm sure you can imagine. And then I'm waiting on my husband to get home, because I made tacos on the rare occasions I get to cook. The good thing about the camper is the stove is right by the kitchen table, because if I have the energy to cook, I have to sit down a lot. And so the bench is right there. The boys don't let me drive right now because they're overprotective. They say I've had a couple fainting spells, and I don't say I've had fainting spells. I don't remember sitting down on the ground and taking a nap. That's not really a fainting spell, is it? I don't know. And then my son called me a while ago to send me a free mobile home. Here you go, Mom. It's only 2 hours away. You want a house? Like I could get that over here. Ugh. And who gives away a mobile home? Don't y'all think there's something funky about that? There's a green drill. That doesn't belong. But I'm hoping... wanting to get down into that color. You see that? There's color over there. This is actually like 4 different colors right here. Doesn't it just look black? It's not, though. I think this is like a navy blue. But I'm waiting on hubby to get home. And then he'll probably eat and go to bed. Been married 30 years this year, y'all. In August. 30 years. Hey, in May is Lupus Awareness Month. Speaking of lupus. And I'm going to do, if my custom ever gets here, I ordered a custom that's a lupus scene. Has like a Rosie the Riveter with the lupus scene. I'm going to do that in May. And if you stick with me, you'll learn about lupus. I'm going to tell my story as much as I can remember. It's because lupus, to me, I was fine one day and the next day I woke up, didn't have a voice, and I was never well again. And that is how lupus strikes. But I'm going to tell you about how we fought it, how I've made it 6 years, how blessed we are. I can't let my husband watch it because, I don't want him to hear me say anything good about him. I mean, I don't want him to get a big head. Think I like him or something. Oh, heaven forbid. And I haven't got to tell you that my husband is Santa Claus. Oh, truly. He plays Santa every year. There's a sleigh in my front yard. He won't let me have a reindeer. Now, if he's Santa Claus, don't y'all think he should let me have a reindeer? You wouldn't believe the rigmarole you have to go through to have a reindeer. Now, I think if you're Santa Claus, and you go out and play Santa Claus for the kids, and he doesn't even charge to play Santa Claus, we take all our own money and get stuff for the kids, we should be allowed to have one little reindeer. Y'all, her name would be Noelle and she'd be a girl. Just saying. Not that I've thought about it, but I thought about it. But he won't let me have one little reindeer. I think that's kind of mean. Man, I'd really like to have an A2 light pad. It would be so nice. Okay. We are almost 27 minutes in. I don't even know if you guys are still there. I don't know if this recorded. But it'll take 12 hours to upload to YouTube. And then we'll see what happens. You guys will either be a mess and you turn it off, or maybe you listen and learn something. But let me know either way. I'm learning. In a year, I might even know how to do these videos. But I'm going to keep working, but I'm going to let you guys enjoy your day. Hopefully it's sunny where you are. And please remember what my daddy always told me. You're stronger than you think you are. Sometimes you need somebody just to say that to you. God bless y'all.